Health is life. Your health matters. You matter. Health begins in the spirit and the mind. Take time to love you. Live well. Be well.
Let's go!
Health matters to me.
Come on, get up, cause you tuned into the station for your morning motivation to get your education for your health and your spiritual needs.
Health matters to me.
Yeah, strong will to empower the people, to promote the peace, though. Positive attitudes, behavior, that's a lifelong dream goal.
Health matters to me.
Yeah, health matters and we're here to help you become the better you, to be the best you, the best version you can be.
Health matters to me.
Yeah, and it's time for this classic, fantastic food for your soul. Here's Jackie and Coach Patrick right here. Let's go.
Health matters to me.
Hi. Good morning, everybody. I'm Jackie.
And Coach Patrick.
Welcome to Health Matters Live podcast, where your health matters.
That's right. Every day, every minute, every second, every day. So listen, join us right here, every Saturday at 9 a.m. as we bring you relevant information as it pertains to your health and your well-being. We'll always have healthcare professionals and our other professionals on the show to assist us in helping you to be the best that you can be as it pertains to your health and well-being.
So, guys, you know what to do. Make sure you head over to the Facebook page, Get Fit with Jackie Fitness, and like our page. Also, subscribe to our YouTube channel at Health Matters Jackie and Coach.
All right. And that Facebook page address is at Get Fit with Jackie Fitness. Everybody that celebrated a birthday in the month of February, we wish you a happy birthday. We had so many family.
Birthday to
Yeah, we had so many family members with birthdays
I
this
know.
month. My two sisters, Joyce, Phyllis, my brother, Rufus, and somebody else. I can't
Our
remember.
son in love,
Yeah,
Eamon.
Eamon. our
Eamon's
son in love.
birthday, and Armand Hudson,
That's right.
Destin. He celebrated a birthday this week as well. I think it was Thursday.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Yes. I know it was February. I just
Okay.
didn't know what day, but happy birthday to you guys. Belina and Marcel Palmer celebrated an anniversary on
Yep,
Valentine's
yep.
Day.
And also, my mother-in-law, heavenly birthday
Yes,
was this month.
on Valentine's Day.
Yes, it was. Didn't
Yeah,
you have
yeah, yeah.
somebody else in the family that had a birthday?
My cousin Wanda Lewis, she
Okay.
celebrated a
Happy
birthday.
birthday,
man.
y'all.
I
Happy
tell you, it was just so many
great month.
this month. I hope you guys enjoyed y'all Valentine's Day with y'all loved ones.
That's
Yeah,
right.
it was nice. Now my husband and I don't go out on Valentine's Day. It's just too crowded. So we kind of stay home and we'll do it the weekend before or the weekend after or something like that. But it just gets too
Well,
crowded.
anytime you're celebrating women, it's going to be crowded out there. 'Cause
Absolutely,
everybody's taking moms out for Mother's Day and
We
the
celebrate
ladies
men.
out for
We celebrate men.
Valentine's Day. I ain't say you didn't, but it's celebrated much more the women holiday.
Well, women, we just
I know. I
that's
understand.
how
we're
we're
different
built.
beings.
You have to
know.
talk to God about that.
We're-
He just
men,
built
we're
us that
givers.
way.
You're receivers, and y'all love receiving.
Exactly. So he does.
Yeah, happy anniversary to everybody celebrating the anniversary on this month. Listen, guys, keep building family, keep loving one another, and keep becoming one. So happy birthday, happy anniversary to all the February birthdays and anniversaries.
Yay.
Just want to recognize our sponsor, Aiken Chiropractic, Dr. Dan. When your spine is aligned, your body is too. Aiken Chiropractic is located at 425 Lawrence Street Northwest in Aiken, South Carolina. Their number is 803-641-9191, and their website is www.aikenchiropractic.com. If you would like to be a sponsor, partner, or friend of the podcast, you can call 706-592-8862. We would love for you to help us to do what we do as we bring this broadcast to you every Saturday at 9 a.m.
All right. Guys, this is Healthy Heart Month. So we kind of been out of the studio live, so we've been kind of pre-record live.
Yeah,
So
we had the WOW event, then we had a pre-record with Dr. Dan. So
yes,
it's been
yes,
out a
yes.
couple
And
of
we
weeks.
want to give it up for Dr. Dan coming on and joining us as a sponsor for Help Matters
That's right.
podcast.
Helping us
So
do what we do.
we've been with him for so long, and he always come and bring us relevant information that's pertaining to our health and well-being, and so that's a good thing. So we're excited, guys. Remember, like, guys, still becoming my book, A Woman's
Yeah,
Journey from
yeah,
Wellness
yeah,
to
yeah.
Wholeness. You want to get a copy, guys? Pre-sale is still available. If you want to get a book, it'll be ready right before Mother's Day. What a great Mother's Day gift you can give your daughters, your aunties, your sister, your nieces. I'm telling you, not just because I wrote it. I just pour out my story and talk about how I came from one place to this to one place to another place, just finding my fit and owning my wellness, just taking these steps, this journey on this wellness journey led me to becoming whole. That doesn't mean that I don't have everything together, but because I'm still becoming,
That's right.
and we all still becoming. And so, but that's a good thing. But now we're more aware.
That's right.
We're more aware, and we recognize God on this journey. We acknowledge Him on these journeys, and I was meditating this morning, Coach, and it was like we have to acknowledge God in our journeys, in our
Everything
season,
we do.
because we look at seasons when they come in our lives. We look at them like they're bad, but a lot of that is to help us to grow,
That's right.
to help. God is trying to elevate us. He's trying to do something in us. He's trying to pull something out of us, put something in us, pull something out of us. And so many times we saying, God, take this away. We was having that conversation yesterday, and I thought about Joseph's story, and what he went through with with the
His
king's
family,
wife,
yeah.
his family's brothers selling him off, but he acknowledged God in each season of his life.
That's right.
And if we acknowledge God and look for the purpose in the pain,
That's good. And the word said that God was with him,
and he was with them,
when God is with us, we can't go wrong.
and do everything without complaining. Well, guys, you know what that sound is. That is Help Matters Happening. That's when we take a moment to set aside to bring you information that pertains to your health and well-being.
Well, good morning. I just want to briefly bring up something that CBS News reported earlier this week. Is about pesticides linked to reproductive issues found in Cheerios, Quaker Oats, and other oat-based foods. I'm just going to give you a little bit of it, and I'm going to encourage you to go to cbsnews.com to get a little bit more information on it. A little herd of pesticide linked to infertility in animals is showing up in the overwhelming majority of samples of oat-based foods sold in the United States, including popular cereal brands Quaker Oats and Cheerios. The chemical chlormequat was detected in 77 of 96 urine samples taken from 2017 and 2023, with levels increasing in the most recent years. A new study by the Environmental Working Group finds further chlormequat was found in 92% of non-organic oat-based foods tested in May 2023, including Quaker Oats and Cheerios, according to the research published Thursday in the Journal of Exposure Science and Environmental Epidemiology. Some studies have shown chlormequat can damage the reproductive system and disrupt fetal growth in animals, a cause for concern as to whether it could also harm humans, the EWG stated. Now, they're still researching that. So, but for more information, go to cbsnews.com, and it'll give you a little bit more detailed information about that. Just wanted to make sure you brought it to your attention, and because I know a lot of people consume Quaker Oats and Cheerios, and you want to be informed about what's going on, if there is anything going on. This have been your Help Matters Happenings.
And guys, we always encourage you to self-educate yourself, do your own research, make sure you confirm that information. But we're in a place where we got to trust God with our help. I was saying to God this morning, I said, we got to eat. We have to do the best that we can do. When we know better, we do better. we make better choices concerning our health and our life and our well-being for quality of life.
Most definitely.
But the rest of it, we have to trust God. We have to
to.
trust God. When
Got
we know we're doing all what we can do, we have to trust God with our health.
That's
You
right.
know, let's like our pastor said, let's God send some manna. We got to eat what we have to eat. We
Mhm.
got to survive. That the body has to survive. So we got to eat.
That's right.
The body requires certain essential nutrients,
Right. And all
Yeah.
we can do is the best we can.
and
Try
that's
to
it.
eat the
That-
best food that we should be eating.
Right.
Right.
Yes, make the best choices. And that's why I tell people, it's okay to look at calories, but you need to look at the chemicals now.
I'm telling you, especially these days.
And the ingredients in food is just is beyond what it should be. One product, why you got
All
14
right, let's get into
ingredients?
this subject.
I
'cause
know,
we
I know. That's a
we-
whole nother subject. That's coming next month, guys. Cause we
we-
getting ready to get into
to
nutrition.
nutrition.
So
Yeah, but let's
yes,
talk about
let's
this.
talk about heart health.
February is Heart Health, American Heart Health Month, and we wanted to address that before February got out of here. So that's what we're going to talk about today, Heart Health Month. According to the CDC, heart disease is the leading cause of death in the U.S., but it is preventable, and there are many things people can do to reduce their risks, such as being more active and eating healthy. It just seems like those two things always come up, being more active and eating healthy.
Yes,
It's
moving more.
amazing. It's
Just
amazing.
moving more. Just
Yeah.
get up and get out and move.
Fearfully and wonderfully made. If we
Yes.
just do those two things, that would help us tremendously to prevent, sickness and disease from coming on our body. And God did that. He did that to give us a natural means in which to help ourselves. We have to do the natural. As I always say, He'll add the super and we'll have a supernatural outcome.
Right.
So daily physical activity increases your length and quality of life. It really does. A body in motion, it stays in motion. A body at rest stays at rest and causes all kind of ailments to come upon your body. But listen, 30 minutes of moderate physical activity, 3 to 5 days, walking, swimming, running,
Right.
functional exercises, whatever you feel that, works for you. But the movement is what is critically important. But
Right.
these things could lower your risk for heart disease. It can lower your risk for stroke and diabetes. Children should get 60 minutes a day of physical activity. Now, y'all know that's a challenge these days with all of these
I know.
monitors and social media and, things, that they get involved with now, so many distractions. So it's so important to find ways to work out with your kids and to help ensure that their heart health, in addition to our heart health, is being, taken care of.
Exactly. And I try to find just like this. I think it was nice out Thursday. I got out with my grandbabies and we got out and played frisbee. And just for what, 15 minutes.
Mhm.
15 minutes, just get out there and play some frisbee. So you have to find time time to move your body. You have to find things that you like to enjoy doing
Mhm.
and getting up and just getting up and moving. And risk of heart attack and heart disease is higher in women
Mm,
than there is men.
mm,
I don't know why, but it is.
Mhm.
Especially when women we get in midlife, and we begin to go through midlife symptoms, premenopause, menopause, things change a lot in our bodies. So we have to change the way we do things. I think we still try to do things the way that we used to do when the body was, more active,
Younger.
younger, where like more electricity pop right back in place. But those things changes, so we have to change the way we eat, the way we move, even the way we move.
Most definitely.
Just doing quality exercise, to prevent so much, to prevent injuries,
Mhm.
because our body goes through so much after we lose menopause. Lose estrogen and progesterone decline, and we have very little testosterone. We don't have high levels of testosterone like men, but
Mhm.
we have a little that we do have begin to decline. So
That's good.
when that happens, our we more prone and at risk for heart disease than men. I
Wow.
mean, men are at
Wow.
risk, but we're more at higher risk. So just being smoking, being obese, inactive, all these things contribute.
Contribute, right?
Family. They say family history, but I
Mhm.
always say, okay, we can look at that, but genetically, but epigenetically, our lifestyles. Are we carrying on them same behaviors and habits
Mhm.
that we grew up with?
Right.
So,
And that's an important thing. When things are tied to family history, yeah, it may mean that you just may have to work a little bit harder to be a little bit healthier. Yeah, there are things that are tied to our family, and it really is based on, most of them are based on how we just grew up. We had to eat
yeah.
what we had to eat in the house and how we ate in the house, and things like that. But like Jackie said, epigenetic, we have the choice to make changes in our life and to our eating habits and things like that.
Yeah.
And people, Jackie, fail to realize that the heart is a muscle, and we have to
Yes.
work that heart muscle. And the only way we can work that heart muscle is through cardio aerobic activity. We have to move the body.
And we don't have
We
to.
can't put weights on our chest and pump out. we got to we got to do something to bring
Yes,
that heart
getting that
rate up.
heart rate
Right,
up and
right.
knowing the amount of intensity that works for you
Uh-huh.
and working it a little bit harder than working it a little bit more than what you work it on a daily basis.
Most
Just
definitely.
someone said I am definitely having to change the way that I do things. Yeah, we all have to,
Yeah.
yeah, that's true. And someone
And that's
said,
good they
yes,
recognize that,
yeah,
though. So many times we identify that, but we don't, do
yeah,
anything about it.
yeah. And once, like I said, once we become aware of something, we have the responsibility to take action.
Take action.
And that's
That's right.
all about when you finding that fit. Part of finding that fit is finding what works for you in your physical body, what
Mhm.
stage you're at in your life, and in your body. And someone else said, yes, I can't exercise the same as I did in my 20s. You have to exercise according to your body,
Most
and
definitely.
and your body will let you know that. And then when you find that fit,
Find that fit.
and you find that, okay, well, this works for me now, you don't want to do something now that gonna put you down for another 2 to 3 days. Yes,
Mhm.
your body requires a little bit more recovery
Mhm.
than what it used to.
Most definitely.
But, but just kind of balancing out your workout when it comes to strength training, when it comes to cardio, doing those type of exercises, you can split them off or whatever. Once you find that balance and what works for you and what's naturally flowing for you, stay with that. And then if it needs to be adjusted, changed, tweeted, whatever,
Mhm.
do it. But just keep moving.
There you go. And that's the key
Yeah,
to
yeah.
daily physical activity. Now, control your cholesterol. It's also critical for good heart health. Levels with diet and exercise. Vegetables. Yeah, you want to control your cholesterol levels with diet and exercise. Vegetables, fruit, low fat dairy, fiber rich whole grains, lean meats, including fish, are the basic building blocks, to a healthy diet. So you have to find what works for you. Of course, you have to find things that you enjoy eating. Now, but you ain't gonna enjoy eating things all the time because we can't be thinking we got to eat for pleasure all the time. But sometimes you have to eat for purpose, right? You have to provide your body the necessary nutrients that it needs in order, to keep you healthy and be able to have a good immune system. You got to cut back on them added sugars and limited saturated fats. And I know Jackie said, "Yeah, Pat, you need to cut back on them cookies." See, I'm a cookie monster. We already know we can't
I
keep
don't bring
cookies
them
in
in
the
the
house.
house. We don't keep. See,
And
the next
avoid
go
trans
about
fats.
temptation. We ask God,
You
lead me
got to
not
know
in
yourself,
temptation.
though. You got to know yourself.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And if you know these things are
Weakness.
tempting and you bring it around you, it makes your decision hard
Hmm.
not to. It make it hard for you not to make better choices when you got these things
Clean up your
around
environment.
you. So you have to clean up your environment. You have to take care of the personal environment. Now, you cannot do anything about the environment that you don't control, like your workplaces or you going to parties or things like that. That goes back to how you have a relationship with food.
Relationship with food.
How are you, when I see some potato chips or something, you're like, whoo, I want the bitch. It's just like you're urging, you want it. So it goes back to, your relationship with food.
Yeah.
How your relationship with food. Are you in control?
That's it.
Or
Control.
is it the
That's
food is
it.
in control? And that's it. And so you shouldn't feel guilty about eating anything. Long you're in control and you keeping a balance here.
Yeah. And the doctor ain't told you don't need to eat
And the doctor said, okay,
you gotta control it.
every
Manage it.
here and there,
Mhm.
you may wanna you can have that. But if it's something every day, 2 or 3 times a day, that's a problem.
Yeah.
That's not a healthy relationship with
And
food.
portion. So those things are
Right.
so important when we're eating. Now when we're trying to control our cholesterols, monounsaturated fats and polyunsaturated fats can be good for us. They do not raise the bad LDL cholesterol in our body, and they may help to raise that good LDL in our body. Now, for me, I had high cholesterol numbers at one time in my life, and because my HDL was so high, it really combated my LDL. And I asked my doctor why I did that. And this is different for everybody. So you have to check with your doctor. But he told me that the HDL fights the LDL by removing cholesterol from the LDL particles in the blood vessels and plaque that lines the artery walls. So because my HDL was so high, it combated that LDL, and I was able to get it down through physical fitness, exercise, and things like that. But that was good news, because if my HDL wasn't as high as it was, then my cholesterol levels would have been even worse. So, but just check with your doctor with that ratio from HDL to LDL. There's something in that, and it's different for everybody. Monosaturated fats are found in olive oil, canola oil, peanut oil, sesame oil, as well as in avocados, olives, and various types of nuts, including almonds and peanuts.
And also, you still want to monitor these,
Yeah, most definitely. You get too
yeah,
much of that.
any you can eat. Too much of anything can be
Mhm.
too much. I want to go back to Coach when we talking about uh even what we're eating.
Mhm.
From the WOW event and talking to the heart doctor. A lot of times, we still trying to eat the same amount of food we used to eat when we was younger,
Mhm. Wow.
when our body was just burn off energy even when we're asleep.
Mhm.
Well, that's not the case anymore. As we age, we require less energy. So now your body is not burning. Your metabolism is affected because of aging, menopause, decrease of estrogen, progesterone. So we require less. So even finding that amount of food that works for you, and that requires you tracking
Right.
tracking what you're eating. Watch your snacking, because sometimes we're snacking in between so much now. And if some people find it that eating small things all day, and I used to wonder, Patrick mother, she used to eat like a bird, but she ate all day long. Just all day long, she would just eat. Now I'm like, okay, you can sit down in one meal and eat and you just full for the rest of the day. So it got to be some truth to that. So we're not required as much. So that's where a lot of the weight gain comes coming in at our midsection in women, because we may be eating too much.
Yeah.
and,
As
and,
you
and
age.
so we have to find that right amount that works for us.
And that makes perfect sense. I mean, when you're young, your body compensates for a lot of things.
Yes.
It burns and it responds to things very well. But as you age, things change in your body, and you have to change and make modifications with that. You have to.
Yeah, that's it.
Another thing, eating fish is a good way to get polyunsaturated fats in your diet. Fatty fish like salmon, mackerel, trout, tuna. All of these things are great options.
Sardines. If you like
Sardines,
sardines.
which which also are high in omega-3 fatty acids, known to help with inflammation.
Oh, okay. Yes, absolutely.
So all of
Because
those
we
is
can increase in inflammation
mhm.
as we decline the estrogen. I'm not trying to make this a woman thing. It's just it is
Well,
what it is.
y'all have a few more issues than we have as it pertains to
Look at
health.
we got a
But
few more.
and no, but I'm serious,
But
y'all do.
yes,
But
we do.
you
He's absolutely
you
right. We
guys
do.
address them though. And here's the thing: we don't have as many health issues as we age, although we have some issues. but we don't address them like you guys do, you know, and
Right.
that's a subject that we'll address too as we get to men health. Men just, don't go to the doctor, and we're going to talk about that.
But they are getting better because now they're more aware. Now going to the doctor, getting those doing those prevented things
So important.
is so important.
Most
So
definitely.
but we have to now educate our younger men
Right.
and our younger women the importance of what you do now will show up later.
right.
And it does. What you're depositing now
Mhm.
will determine what you're withdrawing later. So ask yourself this question: what am I depositing now
that health bank, that's
that's
right, that
going
wellness bank.
to help me? That wellness bank. What am I depositing in my wellness bank now that I can get a
Draw
good
from.
return, a good withdrawal later?
That's right. That's
So
what it's
we
about.
have to we just can't look at the now. We got to look beyond where we're still having that quality of life. When we get to that age where we're decreasing in estrogen and we can't exercise the way we used to, what are you doing right now? What are the deposits
You're making.
that you're making right now so I can sustain and maintain a quality of life as I go beyond 50, 60, 70, 80s?
That's right.
You understand? So makes
Active
sense.
aging.
Right. Yeah. Not just surviving,
Thriving.
but thriving.
Yeah, so heart health, y'all. We talking about heart health. I know we keep going down these streams, but that's good.
Hey,
I know
that's
y'all liking it. I know you're enjoying it.
because that's how we
See,
flow, guys.
I have to keep Jackie on target because she'll go and she'll go.
Well, I flow the way
Yeah.
the way the Holy
Well,
Spirit give it to me
I hear
because
you. I know,
it's
and
very because like I said, it
somebody
comes,
needs to hear it if we're talking about it.
right.
Yeah,
That's it.
yeah, and
Yeah.
that's what's important for us.
Right. Because
Yeah.
all of it really goes back to
Yeah.
heart health.
Right.
Yeah.
It does. It does, especially when you're talking about eating and physical activity.
Right. Absolutely.
So high blood pressure, Jack, is a major risk of
Mhm.
factor for heart disease and stroke. It puts pressure. Now listen to this. It put pressure on your arteries and it stretches them, causing tears, little microscopic tears in your artery. And guess what happens? Our body goes into injury healing mode to repair those. We're fearfully and wonderfully made, y'all. God made this body to take care of itself. So, and that's what happened. It goes into a mode to repair the tears that, the pressure on our arteries are causing. And what that does is causes scar tissue. And unfortunately, the scar tissue traps plaque and white blood cells, which can form into blockages, blood clots, and harden, weaken arteries, and in turn make the blood pressure build up even higher and have make you have high blood pressure, hypertension. So just be aware of that, and that's why it's so important not to even to monitor your numbers, to not to even allow your body to get into a state where you have to deal with high blood pressure. And there's people dealing with it now, and they're managing it. And as long as you're managing it, know that you're doing what you're supposed to do, and continue to manage it and do the things that you need to do in order to be the healthy you that you can be.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Coach and I are community partners with the Department East Central District Department of Health, and we also the Health Heart Ambassadors.
Right.
So we actually help people to keep to monitor their blood pressure, to help them manage it, and
Mhm.
of course they report these numbers to the doctors.
Right.
Just kind of make sure they are putting things in place
Mhm.
to um,
Give them some skills and
yes,
strategies
absolutely.
to help them identify, when their blood
Right.
pressures is spiking and things of that nature, and kind of help them, alleviate those spikes in their blood pressure.
Yeah.
And speaking of that, Jackie, if you would like to participate in the
Right.
Healthy Heart program, we're gonna get ready to start another one of those up. So
Next month,
yeah,
right?
next month.
Next
So
month.
make sure you email us if you'd like to participate. It's only a 4-month program. You only meet once a week for about 10 minutes with us, and but it's a good program. You get a digital blood pressure monitor during the program so that you can monitor your blood pressure. You get nutrition classes once a month so that we can talk about how that can help you with your blood pressure. But if you would like to participate in the Healthy Heart program, send us an email at getfitwithjackie@bellsoft.net, or just visit the website getfitwithjackie.
Or you can put it in the information on. Just let us know and message me on Get Fit with Jackie Fitness
Mhm.
and let me know you would like to participate in the Healthy Heart program,
Right.
which we partner with the Department of Health.
Right. Now make sure if you want to do it, you do it because those
Because
spots runs out
they
pretty
run
fast.
really fast. So that's a good way of getting you into practice of checking your blood pressure. And a lot of people don't realize doing this program and helping others, they didn't realize our blood pressure kind of fluctuate when we get older.
Throughout the day, yeah.
And
And
even
as
when
we
we
get
get
older.
older, and
Right.
people was because we had people like, oh, but actually they went to the doctor, and the doctor said, well, that's not a bad thing on that
Based on that age.
on that
Right.
age, your age now. So we
Mhm.
have to know with age things change. So we need to be knowledgeable of that, so we're not basing things on a scale when we was 20 and 30
Right.
years old.
Right.
Now we're basing it on a different scale. They even base your labs on a different scale. And I just found that out. So when we go to the doctor, they look at it, they base it on a certain scale. So that's some more research I'm gonna do because I am a researcher. So that's another research that I'm gonna do because you have different scales that they base things on,
Mhm.
whether they're gonna put you on a medication or they gonna just say, okay, we're gonna watch it, do this and do that. So they have different scales that they base um, your results on when you're taking medication or when you got high blood
Or
pressure.
how high your risk is in a sense.
Yes,
Right.
exactly. They have a different scale, and because the doctor was, I was talking to me this week. He said, but depending on what scale they use,
Mhm.
your thyroids are normal. And
Mhm.
then you may have another doctor say, well, it's all. So we don't know if both of the doctors are using the same scale.
Mhm.
Well, one is saying this is normal here, and this one's saying, well, it's off according to this scale.
Mhm. And
So
that's why you have to know your body. You
that's
have to
why,
have those
and you got to ask the
conversations.
right
Right.
questions.
Right. You got to
And
have the
you just don't
conversation.
go in there and just, okay, let somebody poke on you, check. No, ask question, get involved, be proactive when it comes to
To
your
your
health
health.
and well-being.
Most definitely. Talking about blood pressure again, keeping your blood pressure within a healthy range reduces the strain of your heart. And as I said, that's what you want to reduce that risk of even causing, strain on your heart, causing stretches in your arteries so that that body goes into that repair mode and started building up scar tissue to protect itself. So you want to reduce the strain on your heart, arteries, kidneys, which keeps you healthier longer. A healthy diet, we've been talking about it. Reduce your sodium intake, especially if you're dealing with hypertension. Um, Regular physical exercise, we've talked about that already. Managing stress, limit alcohol, and avoid tobacco smoke. Stop smoking. Don't even smoke. If I know that's hard, that's easy to say, but if you can, try to quit smoking. And the thing about the body, as soon as you quit smoking, within a week, the body starts to repair the damage from
Yeah,
smoking.
that's
That's
amazing.
the body.
That's
We're fearfully and
amazing.
wonderfully made.
And
That's the body.
coach, even diabetes and pre-diabetes can increase your risk of heart disease. So you really want to be cognitive of that.
Most definitely.
Like I said, when it comes to your health and well-being, and practice prevented care. A lot of people, insurance companies, is not paying for prevented care.
Yeah.
They really aren't. And we recently found out, and I did my research. A lot of women's health in the rural areas has really declined.
Yeah. No LBGYN care.
No
No OBGYN
OB/GYN
care.
care
Yeah.
in the rural
In
areas.
Georgia.
And they health has
It's
really,
crazy.
really declined. So I am on the board of advisory board for the community, for AU for the rural community in Georgia to um, prevent prediabetes, gestational diabetes in women. So I community partner with the AU for this research that we're doing for 3 months. So that's another program that is Get Fit with Jackie Fitness is partnering with,
Hmm.
that you guys want to participate. You're going to get incentives for participating in it. We're going to look store next month. So, if you would like to participate in this free program, you're going to get incentives for this program. I got the flyer out there. If you just head to Get Fit with Jackie Fitness on Facebook, you'll see all the information that is there, and it's about healthy moms and healthy women. Because last year we participated in the program. Georgia was cited the highest level of gestational diabetes in the state of Georgia. I mean, Georgia, Augusta, and
In
that's
the
a lot
U.S.
in the U.S. In the U.S., that's a lot.
Yeah.
That's high, guys.
Mhm.
What that tell us? We need to get, we need we need to educate some people. We need to reach out, and that's what Gifted with Jackie Fitness and Wellness do. We are a health and wellness outreach ministry
Connection
and
to
connection,
the
bridging the
community.
gap from the healthcare provider through the community.
Hmm. All right.
Yes. All right,
So
guys.
now we talked about physical fitness, Jackie, and one of the things that if we're not physically active, we're not eating right. Overweight. You can be overweight. You can be obese. You can have a little bit more weight than you're supposed to have. Especially around your waist area. This is makes you puts you at a higher risk for unhealthy heart health, heart disease. You can reduce your risk for heart disease by losing weight and keeping it off. That's the important part. But just know, just like we talked about, as soon as you quit smoking, your body starts to repair itself. Losing as few as 5 to 10 pounds reduces your blood pressure. That's so important. Dr. Dan was on the show one time, and he talked about when you're obese and when you're overweight, uh, how much extra your heart has to work,
Yeah.
and that causes a lot of force and a lot of what's the word I'm looking for? Just a lot of force on your heart to
Pressure. A
push
lot
that
of
blood,
pressure. Yeah.
throughout your body and
It
things of
has to
that
work
nature.
overtime
Right, right,
than normal than what that palpitation
right.
and that's another thing. I just hate to keep making this about menopause, but it relates to heart health so much because a lot of women go through menopause can experience heart palpitation.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, we don't know. Go get it checked out.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want to just assume, that nothing is okay, and they got so many things out there now that you can do this stuff at home.
Most
You
definitely.
can monitor this stuff at home, and not to become the source, the resource, the only resource. You still get to the doctor. This is just something
Right.
that you
Always see
can
your doc.
check at home because we listen, guys. Say it, repeat. We need doctors.
Yes, we do.
We need doctors.
See your doc.
We pray and we trust God, but we need professional healthcare professionals.
That's right.
It is what it is. We need them. All right. We just have to be proactive. We have to do our own research and we have to go in there. Hey, my health matters. I'm not just in here. I'm just to be just to go over and push me through. And no, no, no. I'm here to have my 15, 20 minutes and make that 15, 20 minutes count.
That's right. 'Cause they ain't gonna give you no too much more than
I
that.
know it.
And it's gonna be hard to
It's
get
gonna
back
make it
in.
count. So have
Have a good conversation.
those questions, though very important questions. Don't go in there and just be, hey doc, I know. Utilize that time. Use it wisely when you
Okay.
go in there.
All right. So losing weight helps us tremendously. Reducing blood sugar. Most of the food we eat is turned into glucose or blood sugar that our bodies use for energy. Our body makes hormone called insulin that acts like a carrier to take your food energy into your cells. That's where you gain your energy from. If your fasting blood sugar level is below 100, you are in the healthy range. If not, your results could indicate diabetes or prediabetes. You can live a healthy life with this condition, but it increases the risk of heart disease and stroke. And that's what you need to be aware of. So if you got other underlying conditions, other health conditions like diabetes or prediabetes, just know that that also can increase your risk of heart disease and stroke. You want to reduce consumption of simple sugars that are found in soda, candy, sugary desserts, and get regular physical exercise. And then if you're on medication or been prescribed medication or insulin, make sure you follow your doctor's guidelines as it pertains to your medications that you have to take. We said it earlier, cigarette smokers are at very high risk for
Just
developing
quit.
cardiovascular disease. Quitting is the best thing that you can do. We know it's hard, it's not easy, but quitting is the best thing you can do for your health. Smoking damages your circulatory system and increases your risk for coronary heart disease, hardened arteries, aneurysms, and blood clots. So as Jackie says, just stop if you can.
Just quit, and we
And if
can,
you need
and
help,
it's, those are addictions, and get help. You
right?
have the health departments and other hospitals. They have tobacco cessation classes.
That's right.
If your insurance is not paying for that, hey, go to your health department. They have tobacco cessation classes.
Most definitely.
They can help you, give you some things to help you to wean you off of smoking, and trusting God, pray, but you got to put work in. Work without faith is dead.
It's dead. And as we
Yes.
always say, we're here for you. So you can always reach out to us at Get Fit
We're
with
that
Jackie.
catalyst.
Yeah,
We're
dot
that
net.
gap. So,
GetFitWithJackie.net. You can always reach us.
yeah, so we have connection with doctors in every field that someone we can connect you to help you
Start the process.
start the process. You got to, and you got to want it.
That's right.
You have to want it. Yeah. And so even the heart attack warning signs, and I want women to know there is different signs and symptoms when it comes to women and men
Mhm.
and heart attack.
It does. Although some heart attacks are sudden, that's why they call it a silent killer and intense. Most of them start slowly, with mild pain or discomfort. So pay attention to your body. And as Jackie says, some of the signs can be different for women than they are for men. And then call 911 if you feel a chest discomfort. Most heart attacks involve discomfort in the center of the chest that lasts more than a few minutes or that goes away and comes back. It can feel like uncomfortable pressure, squeezing, fullness, or pain.
Yes. And also, coach, even Dr. Bowman
Hmm.
told us even a toothache in your mouth where a tooth is not at.
Right, especially if you, yeah, he
You
said,
get your-
especially if you don't have no tooth
you
and
don't
you
have
got a
no
toothache.
That is a
That is a
sign
sign.
that something could be going on with your heart. I ran into an old coworker this week, and she asked how she was doing. She said she had recently had a heart attack. She was by herself in a car, and she said it wasn't nothing but God,
Hmm.
and she was able to get herself to the hospital,
Yeah,
and she's alive today because of that. That's why I say, guys, you got to know your body, be in tune and be in sync to what your body is saying to
that's
you.
right.
It speaks to you. You know when something is off. You
Hmm.
know when something is off balance and it's out of sync and it's not in harmony.
Right.
When it's like that, you know something is off.
That's
Your
it.
body speaks to you. You just gonna have to listen,
Got to.
right? You
And
gotta
then
listen to it.
listen and do.
Listen and do.
And some other areas that you can see that can be warning signs for a heart attack is discomfort in other areas of the upper body. Symptoms can include pain or discomfort in one or both arms, the back, the neck, the jaw, or the stomach. Shortness of breath with or without chest discomfort. Other signs may include breaking out in a cold sweat or nausea or lightheadedness. All right, so all of these things could be warning signs of a heart attack. Now, these are not all inclusive, so make sure you don't diagnose yourself. But if you experience any of these things and they seem uncommon, then make sure you get in touch with your healthcare provider. And lastly, stroke warning signs. It's so important to know about those. Face drooping. There's an acronym called FAST, FAST. Face drooping, arm weakness, speech difficulty, then it's time to call 911. So the F is face drooping, the A is arm weakness, S is speech difficulty, and T is time to call 911 when
Yeah.
you're looking at stroke signs.
Absolutely. So, guys, we are coming to the end of our podcast. Guys, we always like to thank you for joining us. So, as we get information, we do our research, we make sure we put out relevant evidence-based information so you can go out and self-educate yourself
Hmm.
and do this research on your own. Don't just assume. Go do your own research.
That's right.
Do your own research and talk to your doctors. Ask them, hey, listen, I heard this or blah blah blah. They'll talk to you.
Mhm.
If you got a really good doctor, they'll really talk to you about it. Because one thing I know, when they see that you care, they start caring.
Most definitely.
When they see that okay, I done told you to do this, and you still going about with these same old behaviors, and you ain't making no changes, they let you come in and they just let you go out.
Hmm.
But when they see you are taking a stance and being proactive, they go out their way.
Hmm.
They go out their way. Trust me, they
Right.
do.
Because they know you know, and you're gonna hold them accountable. Listen, guys, we
There you
had
go.
a
I
great
like that,
time.
Coach.
Yeah, yeah, they know you know, and you're gonna hold them accountable. Don't Jackie holds her doctors accountable.
I sure do.
But listen, guys, we want to thank you for listening to Help Matters, and just encourage you to visit our website, getfitwithjackie.net, getfitwithjackie.net. And if you would like to participate in the gestational diabetes program for women and the healthy heart program, which is for men and women, just leave us a note on our contact page or contact us on our email, and we'll make sure that you get more information about it. So we want you to like our Facebook page at Get Fit with Jackie Fitness and subscribe to our YouTube channel at Help Matters Jackie and Coach.
And guys, remember, Still Becoming: A Woman's Journey from Wellness to Wholeness is still available for pre-sale. So go ahead on to www.womenonthewellness.com and buy that book pre-sale for $15, guys. It will be available May 3rd, just in time for Mother's Day. So go ahead and get the book, guys. You would not be disappointed, I promise you. We got a lot coming up on Help Matters and Get Fit with Jackie Fitness and Wellness. So, guys, just stay tuned on the podcast and our channel and our Facebook page for information throughout the summer. We got a lot's going to be coming on. We got some great things that's going to be taking place, and we're excited what God is doing. We really are, and God is just preparing for even greater things. Guys, we love you. Remember, we're here to help you to become a better you, to be the best you that you can be. We like to leave you with 3 John 2. Beloved, I wish above all things that you may prosper and be in good health, even as your soul prosper. Guys, you have a blessed and wonderful day.
Health is life. Your health matters. You matter. Health begins in the spirit and the mind. Take time to love you. Live well. Be well.
Yeah, let's go.
Help matters to me.
Come on, get up. Cause you tune into the station for your morning motivation to get your education for your health and your spiritual need. Yeah, strong will to empower the people, to promote the peace, no positive attitudes, behavior as a lifelong dream goes. Yeah, health matters and we're here to help you become a better you, to be the best you, the best version you can be. Yeah, and it's time for this classic, fantastic food for your soul. Here, Jackie and Coach Patrick right here. Let's go.